Hey, what's going on? Welcome to this free training. Today we're going to talk about the predictable client attraction lead generation system, how you can use social media advertising to grow your business, generate high quality leads, and get the results that you're looking for in your business. Real quick, let's jump right into it. So who this is for service-based businesses who want to dominate their market. So this is any type of service, anything from home services, medical, dental, beauty industry, everything kind of in between. If you need leads and you need sales, then this training will be applicable to you. So what we're going to cover is how to generate hot leads. We're not talking about how they look. We're talking about like the temperature, like are they excited to work with you? Do they actually want what it is that you have to offer? So how to generate hot leads predictably using social media ads. Why this is guaranteed to transform your business? Well, it's simple. Every business needs leads. And when I tell you the definition of how we can define a lead, you'll understand why every business needs leads, whether you think you do or you don't. And that's what the system that we're going to cover today does, is it helps you generate high quality leads. Now, I want to tell you something. We speak to a lot of business owners. We get anywhere from 250 to 350 leads every month for our own business. I have anywhere from 30 to 50 one-on-one calls every month for our own business. And I can tell you that a lot of the people that I talk to, it's not your fault that you're failing. There are a lot of myths out there. There are a lot of false information, a lot of things that aren't true about lead generation. There's companies reselling leads. There's all this junk out there that doesn't help you actually grow your business. And it's not your fault if you've tried that in the past and it didn't work. That's okay. This system will work for you, and it works for any business as long as you have something to sell and you have a sales method, a way to convert leads into sales. So real quick, how we learn this, I'll introduce you to us. We're Fiture Marketing. We've been around since 2016. A couple things about us. We've been working in digital marketing and sales for over 28 years combined with Greg and I. The company is founded in Utah, just north of Salt Lake City in a area called South Ogden. We currently manage over $250,000 a month in ad spend. We work with only small businesses doing under $10 million a year. Everybody that we work with is across various industries. So like I said, we know this works for a variety of industries because we've done it and we're doing it for a variety of industries. So this also works for B2B. This works for events, everything that you need to a lead in order to generate sales. That's what we do. That's what we're going to cover today. And we just want to make sure that you know who we are so you have a good feeling. A little bit about myself, not to talk about us too long, but I've been in sales since 2011, been in marketing since 2016. For about 3 years, I was the marketing director at a company that did almost $400 million in annual revenue at a 17% profit margin. And so we spent $21 million in marketing in 1 year while I was there. So we've done both big marketing and small marketing, huge events with celebrities and all that good stuff, all the way down to brand new restaurants opening up, doing $5, $10 a day campaigns. And so because of that, we're going to bring you knowledge that will work for your business regardless of where you're at, as long as, like I said, you have something to sell and you have a method for getting those leads to convert into sales. And the last thing that I'll say is that we put our money where our mouth is. You can see here, we do everything through Greg's website because he's built a pretty big personal brand, but we are currently running all of these ads right here, right now. So we don't just talk about it. We don't just teach marketing. We do marketing for our clients and for ourselves. And so you can go to facebook.com/ads/library and you can actually see our active ads at any given time right from Facebook's platform. So a couple reasons why you're probably not doing this in your business today. Why wouldn't you be currently running a lead generation system? Well, there's only 4 reasons. Number 1, you don't know about it. You just don't have the knowledge. Number 2, you don't think it works. Number 3, you don't know how to do it. Or number 4, you're not working with us to do it for you. And we're going to solve all of those reasons today, so that way you can start generating the leads, growing the business, and getting the sales that you want so you can have the business that you want. I know that talk is cheap, so we're going to go ahead and show you the results that we actually get. So this is a concrete company out of Utah that we work with. You can see we've generated them 186 leads at about $38 a lead. Those leads are converting into people that are buying $2,000 to $15,000 concrete projects, pool resurfacing, driveway resurfacing, custom garages, custom flooring in the house. And so they were able to double their sales in the first double their month-over-month sales in the first 3 months of working with us. They're very happy. Kevin, the owner over there, is very happy working with us. And that's one example. Another client that we work with, this is Kevin. He owns Bent Wine. Bent Wine started and they had just nothing, like literally zero. And now they're doing over $500,000 in sales a year. We do a lead generation for them. We do event marketing for them. And you can see we've gotten over 25,000 leads, 20 cents per lead. And Kevin is very happy. He's one of our longest customers. He's been with us for years and years. This is a gym in St. George, Utah. They were launching a new location. They have 3 locations. We generated them 635 leads for an average cost of $15.53 per lead. All local. If you know St. George, it's not a very big area. It's like a 10-mile radius total. And they were able to successfully launch their new gym with our help. And now we do consistent lead generation for all of their locations with this program. Next up, another company in the construction technology section. They were launching brand new business, had nothing, no list, no leads, no nothing. We generated them over 814 leads at an average cost of $4.71 per lead to launch their business. Next one, health and wellness. This was a wellness company up in Salt Lake City near our office, and they were launching a company that basically helps people to reinvigorate their health, essentially, right? So they do it through cold plunges, they do it through different red saunas and all this fancy health stuff. And they were struggling. They'd been open for about 4 months. They were like, hey, we don't know, nothing's working. They came to us actually as a referral from another one of our clients. We started working with them. They've gotten almost 500 leads, $4.55 a lead. And actually the owner of this company, she texted me about 3 weeks ago and said, hey, can we scale back on the lead generation budget because we need to catch up. We're not able to contact all of our leads. And so you can see that we've done this for a while, and this isn't just like get an email address leads, right? We're actually asking people questions. You can see this is an example of one of the lead forms that we use for a client. So we're actually asking people questions to find out if they're a good fit for your business, if they actually need or want the service that you're offering. And then we collect their name, email, phone number, whatever else you need. If you need their address, whatever else you need, we're collecting all of that for you. And those are the leads that we're sending to you. It's not, cheap leads. So this training is going to show you how to do this for yourself. But I want to show you because I know it's important to know that the people that you're listening to actually know what they're talking about. Now we can get to the good stuff. The single biggest lie that we hear is, quote, but my business is different. If you don't know who this guy is, his name's Dan Kennedy. He's known as one of the biggest, most successful marketing consultants in the world. He helped launch businesses like Weight Watchers and Jenny Craig and a ton of businesses that we've all heard of, household names. And this is the biggest lie that he says every business says, and we've seen that too. Everybody thinks, yeah, it works for them, but it won't work for me because. And whatever you say after the because is a lie, and I'm going to tell you why it's a lie. Here's the truth. Every business needs engaged leads, right? Not just leads, which a lead is just someone that you can contact, but engaged leads. Engaged leads are leads that actually have an interest or a need or a desire for your service. Every business needs engaged leads, otherwise you can't sell anything. So if it's true that everyone needs engaged leads, right, where it's just someone that expressed interest in your product or service, then to get engaged leads, you have to have a method for generating them. And so I can tell you, we currently have 78 active clients across 41 different industries, and all of them need engaged leads to grow their business, and that's how you grow. So real quick call to action before we jump into the meat and bones of the training. If you are serious about getting help and you just don't have a lot of time to watch the training, I'll tell you, we create your lead gen funnel, we implement your follow-up system, your automated SMS and text messages, we give you a sales script and some tips to close more deals. We connect all of the automation and technology so that way you get notified of your leads as soon as they come in, your leads get contacted as soon as they come in. We run and manage all of your paid ads across all of the relevant social media platforms, and we set up notifications and do bi-weekly reports. If you're interested, click the button down below, schedule a call, and now let's jump into the good stuff. All right, now we're going to start with the first part, get more sales. How do we get more sales? It all starts with your offer, right? This is the essential part. Before you go out and try to start running ads on social, before you go out and start lead generation, you want to make sure you have a solid offer that people actually want and will respond to. How do you measure the success of your offer? Well, there's a couple things that you can measure, right? You can see your conversion rates, how many people that click on the ads are taking you up on it, how many of the people that take you up on it actually use it. But the single biggest determining factor that's going to tell you the success is what we call ROAS, return on ad spend. If you put $1 into ads, can you get $2, $3, $5, $7 back out on the back end? I'm going to show you a case study for one of our clients. Let me move myself out of the way here. So this is a client that we were working with for a couple months. This was like her first month out. We started running the ads and we had a horrible return on ad spend. You can see this right here. Hopefully you can see this, 0.46. What that means is for every $1 we put into ads, we were only getting 46 cents back out. So we were losing money. We were paying 54 cents to get a client, which is not what she wanted, right? We made one change, and that change was to the offer. When we changed the offer, you can see we went to a 2.94 return on ad spend with one change. The ads were the same, the images were the same, everything was the same. The only difference was the offer. And so the offer is the single most important thing that will determine your success in advertising more than anything else. Now that we talked about that, I want to give some examples of good offers versus bad offers. A lot of us think that we can just go out and market like Coca-Cola. Hey, quench your thirst or whatever, available in a store near you, right? So the problem with that is that nobody knows us, likes us, or trusts us. And if they don't know us, like us, or trust us, they're not going to listen to us or respond to us in the same way as a big company with a big brand. So some examples of bad offers that we see advertised all the time is, hey, we have landscaping services available, contact us now. Or hey, our car wash is open on Sundays, 7 days a week. Or hey, visit our salon for beauty services. These are too broad, they're too generic, and they're not going to get anybody to convert who doesn't already know you, like you, and trust you. In order to get leads, especially quality leads, you have to have something compelling that people want. These are some examples that contrast from the bad offers. 20% discount on your first service plus a free lamp or night lamp or something like that, right? Something for the landscaping service that actually gets people excited to want to do business with you. Versus car wash open on Sundays, buy 3 get 1 free car wash, right? Sign up today. Or versus visit our beauty salon for services. Instead, free perfect skin facial with your first service, right? Something that compels people to get out of their seat and take an action. That's the first thing that you need to have successful advertising. Here's the truth about how it all works. Bad offers equals bad results. If your offer stinks, your results will stink, and there's no way around it. You need to fix your offer before you ever think about advertising. If you truly want success, what you need to do is create better offers. Now that we've figured out the offer side of it, right now you should have a good idea of like, okay, now I know that I need an offer. The next thing we got to look at is how can you get people to pay attention to your offer, pay attention to your ads, pay attention to your business. And the way to do that is to test more hooks. What is a hook? A hook is the thing that you say or show to get someone to stop and pay attention, right? A hook can be an image, a hook can be the first 3 seconds of a video, a hook can be the words on the screen that you say. There are a lot of hooks, but the hook is the thing that gets someone to stop and pay attention. One of the big things that you got to do in your business is have hooks that actually speak to the person that you want. And we call this message to market match. What that means is that the message that you're saying resonates with the person that you're saying it to. And this is the huge mistake that many businesses make, is that they think that they can say one message and it's going to resonate with everyone, and that's going to be the be all end all. That's just simply not the truth. That's not how it works. What you need to do is customize your message for your market. And what I mean by that is, let's go to the example. There may be 10 people that want the same result for different reasons. This is an example. Let's say all 4 of these individuals want to lose weight. They all want to lose 100 pounds, right? Well, let's say this guy over here wants to lose 100 pounds because his girlfriend just broke up with him and he's like, I'm done. Enough is enough. I'm over it, right? That's number one. That's his reason for wanting the goal. Now, let's say this lady is engaged and she's getting married in a year. So her motivation is to go lose weight so she can fit into her dream wedding dress. And then let's say this guy right here went to the doctor and the doctor told him he has 6 months to live unless he loses the 100 pounds. So his goal is based around survival, right? And then this lady here, let's say that she has 3 kids and one of her kids said, Mommy, you don't look so good. And so her motivation is to be healthy for her kids. So what I'm saying here is that you can have different people wanting the same result for different reasons. And if you don't put the reasons out there, if you don't test enough hooks and enough messaging, you're never going to capture the greatest amount of attention. You're going to leave so many people on the sidelines that you could have helped, that you could have sold your services, but they're not going to respond because you're not talking about your services for their reasons. You're talking about your services for your reasons. So you have to have the offer and you have to have the hooks to capture people's attention. I'll show you a quick example with us. So you can see this was our old landing page, which was a little more generic, right? It worked for us in Utah because we started with Utah, which is our home base, and it worked for us for Utah. But when we went to the national audience, it didn't work. Why? Because it was broad in general. It spoke to a large audience, and then it attracts people that will never become buying customers. We switched that over to the predictable client attraction lead generation. Everything is about hot leads that you can generate predictably. And we saw literally a 300% decrease in our cost per lead by switching over to the new messaging. Why? Because you speak directly to your market and their wants and their needs instead of speaking in broad terms. Now, what do you actually say? That's a question that we get a lot. What do I actually say? Well, one of the things that you can do is write down all of the things that your dream customers are running away from, and then write down all the things that your dream customers are running towards. What do I mean by that? Well, let's just say a simple example, right? You are a concrete company like our client. Okay, so people are tired of seeing stains on their concrete. They're tired of the chips. They're tired of, their kids not being able to ride the skateboards or the bikes down the driveway because it's all jacked up. They're tired of their neighbors driving by and looking at them with that funny look. All of these things that they're trying to avoid the pain. But then what is the pleasure? Where are they going towards? They want that status. They want to have the nicest driveway in the whole neighborhood. They want to be able to park their brand new car in this beautiful, fine, epoxy flooring. They want to have all of these things that make them and their home look better. They want to be able to pull up and see a beautiful place, a beautiful driveway instead of junk, right? And so because of that, you have to have messaging that talks to the avoidance of the pain as well as the seeking of the pleasure on both sides, because some people are motivated by pain and other people are motivated by pleasure. And the same thing as the message before, if you skip one of those, you're going to miss out on a large percentage of the market. I'm going to tell you a $6 million lesson that I learned personally. I'm going to be straight. It wasn't my fault. I worked at a company. At this company, we brought in a CMO, which is Chief Marketing Officer. I was the Senior Marketing Director there. We brought in this Chief Marketing Officer who was a big shot from LA, worked with all these big companies. I won't even name brands, but he came over and the mistake that he made is he went out and put a message out that didn't match with our actual customers. He just avoided looking at the data of who our customers actually were. And he said, we're going to go out and create this market. We're going to go out and advertise to people that I want to be our customers, not the people that are actually our customers. We spent $6 million. If you don't recognize this man, this is Spike Lee. And it flopped, and our sales decreased because of it, and he lost his job, and a lot of the other things happened. But this was a $6 million lesson that I learned in my journey, as a marketing guy, and I want to help you avoid it so you don't do the same thing. Speak to the people that are most likely to do business with you, and if you do that with a great offer and you match your message to your market with all of the different pain points and all of the different pleasure points, you will see great results. Let's go ahead and continue here. So just a reiteration, the right way to advertise, the right way to generate leads, the right way to grow your business is by speaking to the people who are most likely, keywords, most likely to want your service. And if you do that, you are stacking the deck in your favor. Okay, up to this point, you should have done all of those things. You kind of understand how this works now. Now it goes to the getting of the leads, the actual generation of the leads using social media ads. So a couple things that you can do is I always get the question, hey, how do I get more quality leads? Or how do I get the cheapest leads? Well, the reality is that there's like a formula, right? When you're doing lead generation on social media, you have to kind of decide what you want. And what I mean when I say that is some people want volume of leads, more leads. Other people want better quality leads, right? And then some people just don't care, right? The way to determine that is to ask yourself where you are in business, because the more questions that you ask, the higher quality of leads, but it's also going to impact some other things that I'll talk about on the next slide. So if you're just starting, or if you don't have any leads right now, or you have super inconsistent growth, then the thing to do is start with more leads. So don't ask a ton of questions. Get as many people to talk to as you can and try to have those conversations to get those sales flowing. If you already have a ton of leads and now you're trying to get more quality leads, you're trying to get a better prospect into your world, onto your list, etc., then ask more questions. Your cost is going to go up, but also the quality of your leads will go up. So that's how you control the quality, is the more questions you ask, the more you quote unquote pre-qualify the leads, the higher quality those leads will be, because they'll be more interested because you ask them to do more stuff. A simple example of this is, how hard is it for someone to get a free sample? They just walk up and they grab it and they put it in their mouth, right? Now, how hard is it for someone to schedule a dentist appointment? You got to send your insurance card, and you got to go do all this stuff, and you got to take time off of work, all these things, right? So different needs, different lead sources require more effort on behalf of the consumer. So if you want more leads, make it easy. If you want more quality leads, make it harder. That's the simple way to look at this. Now, it's pretty simple. Let me move this out of the way. Sorry about that. Okay. Like I said, the more they have to do, the more they want it. So I use this little example of like the radio host, when they're giving away tickets to whoever's concert, and they say, call in now. And you got people literally driving on the freeway, telling their kids to be quiet, and they're calling because they want the thing so much, right? There's a lot of effort that goes into it versus someone offering something that nobody wants, and they're not going to put any effort into it. So the more you ask people to do, the more they want it, the higher quality the lead. Now, this is the thing that you want to know before you start advertising, or if you are advertising and you're not getting the results that you want. This is what you need to understand. More questions equals higher intent, but it also equals higher cost. So if you want higher quality leads, ask more questions. You'll have higher intent leads, but you are going to pay more for the leads. If you ask less questions, you're going to have less qualified leads, less quality leads, but you're going to have a lower cost. If you're just starting, start with this. If you've already been in business, you're already kicking butt, and you just want more high quality leads, then ask more questions, pre-qualify more. That's the simplest way that you can understand how to make this work for your business. Next thing that you want to do is get more responses, right? So people come into your world, they see your ads, they read your hook, they saw your offer, but how do you get them to actually respond when you reach out or your team reaches out? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. The thing that you have to assume, let me move myself again, is a couple things about your prospects. They don't know, they don't care, they don't think, and they don't act. And if you assume that every prospect is like that, they don't know who you are, what you do, how you can help them. They don't care about you, your business, or anything else. They only care about themselves. They don't think, so they're not going to read anything. They're not going to pay attention. They're not going to actually, know anything about anything. And they don't act. Like they're literally in human inertia, and you have to drive them to action. If you take that approach in everything you do, that will help you to get more people to actually respond, because this is the reality of the market, right? This is the reality of the market. So you almost have to use your will and force to get people to take the action, to answer the phone, to respond to the text. And so there's some things that you can do to accomplish that. Number one, you have to get them excited to take action. If people aren't excited to take the action that you want them to take, they're not going to take it. So in order to do that, you have to start with simple messaging and just get a response first. I see a lot of people when someone opts into their list, or someone fills out a form, the first thing that they do is they send this long paragraph response. Hey John, we are blah blah blah, and we do blah blah blah, and I think that da 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 da, and if you want blah 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 for blah blah blah, then blah blah blah. Will you happen blah blah blah? They ask this whole thing and expect someone to read a paragraph or 3 paragraphs, and that's just simply not the reality. Why? Because if we go back, right? They don't know, they don't care, they don't think, and they don't act. Right? So how can you make it so simple for someone to respond? You start with the really simple message. Hi John, AJ from LV Health. Are you still suffering from back pain? Yes or no? Get a response. Before you can have a conversation, you have to get a response. And in order to get a response, keep it simple and ask simple yes or no questions. And that's how you're going to get more responses from your advertising and from your leads. All right, so one of the ways to guarantee you never get a response is really simple. It's have bad follow-up. So the thing about leads is that you're paying for them, right? Once you start advertising, you are now paying to get a lead. It's not like referrals. It's not like people that have been watching you for years and years and years. These are now people that you're paying to get in front of. And so the way to waste money is waiting days or weeks to contact the leads. There's actually been a study that shows if you don't contact a lead within 5 minutes, their response rate drops by 80% after only 5 minutes. And so that's the first thing. Wait forever to contact them. You're going to lose leads and waste money. Next thing, never follow up after the first contact. It can take up to 7 contacts to get someone to respond to get someone to take an action. And if you're never following up with them, you're never going to get the response. So you have to be consistently following up. And then the next thing is you're expecting the leads to be pre-sold before talking to them. We already know, they don't think, they don't care, and they don't whatever else, right? They don't act. They don't do any of those things. And because of that, even though someone expressed interest, even though they raised their hand at that moment in time and said, yes, I'm interested, there's a million things going through their mind at any given time, and they forget. So you have to not assume that they're already pre-sold on working with you, and you have to sell them each and every time. Good follow-up is automated. So when you come into our system, this whole thing right here from when you submit the form is all automated. What that means is you come into our world, you're going to automatically get text messages, you're going to get emails, you're going to get a follow-up text message, you're going to get a call from me. All these things are going to happen when you come into our world because good follow-up is automated and happens within 5 minutes. It's consistent and follows at least 7 touches. So we do text message from me, 5 emails from me, another text message from me, and then 6 or 7 emails from Greg as well. So everything is automated. And then the other thing is treating every conversation like the full sales conversation. No shortcuts. Just because someone expressed interest, just because someone was excited via text message, you still need to take them through the same sales process every single time in order to convert those leads. And then the last one is, how do you book more appointments? So at this point, we've kind of covered everything, right? We talked about your offer. We talked about how to get those people to respond with more hooks. We talked about how to get them to respond to your messages. We talked about how to get them, engaged and follow up with them. Now let's talk about how to book more appointments. The first thing that you need to do is make it easy. Your prospects have a million things on their plates. They have families, they have kids, they have jobs, they have work, they have houses, they have stress, they have bills, they have all of these things that are happening in their lives. And if you make them do more work in order to take advantage of your services, you are doing a disservice to your business. Now, I'm not saying that you can't, make customers jump through hoops to work with you. I'm just saying that the more people have to do to work with you, at least to just get into your world, like to get on a call or whatever, the less people you're going to get through that. That might be a strategy, which it is for some businesses, but you need to understand that your prospects have enough work to do, and you should try to make it easy for them to work with you. This is from a guy named Alex Hermosi. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's from acquisition.com. This is a formula where it says their outcome times the likelihood of achievement is divided by the time and the effort times the effort that's required. So the example of this is, let's say you have a lawn care service, right? And you sell a how to do it yourself lawn care, right? So the outcome is high. People think, okay, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to get the outcome. And the likelihood of achievement is high. Okay, if I actually do all this stuff, then I'm going to be able to succeed. But the problem is the time and the effort. They're going to have to spend a whole lot of time and a whole lot of effort doing their own lawn. And a lot of people aren't like that. They're not wired like that. So what you do as a lawn care business is you give them the dream outcome and a high likelihood of achievement. With this is at zero, right? It's like, how much time is it going to take? As much time as it takes for you to pick up the phone and call me. How much effort is it going to take? As much time for you to just let me give you a quote and say yes, right? That's why lawn care companies exist, because they have a high outcome, high likelihood of achievement with a low time commitment from the person buying and a low effort requirement from the person buying. So when you look at this, you want to think, how can I implement this into my business? How can I make the outcome, the dream outcome and the likelihood of achievement really high? How can I make the time and the effort really low for the person? And if you can do that, people will buy from you. So your goal is to make the dream outcome and the likelihood of achievement easy for your prospect. And if you can communicate that, and if you can show that and demonstrate that through your advertising, you're going to get better results. So at this point, you kind of have the whole system, right? You understand, okay, I need to have a good offer. I need to have a way to capture leads. I need to have a different hooks that bring people in. I need to have a good, easy response. I need to have a follow-up system. I need to be able to get people booked for appointments and all that good stuff. But then the last part of this is, how do you convert more sales? How do you actually get people to give you money? Well, a couple things. We have a 3-step sales process that works fantastic. Step number 1, find out their wants or needs and find out if they're even qualified, right? Some people can't afford your services. Some people don't actually have the right situation or circumstances for your services. So the first part of your sales process is to figure out what they want, what they need, and if they can actually use what you have to offer. The next part is show them why your services will help them for their reasons. So once you discover all of their reasons for wanting what it is that you can offer, the outcome, then show them, demonstrate to them how your services can help them get the goal. And then the last step is close the deal by making a no-brainer offer that is easy to say yes to. I'll give you the classic example that everybody uses in the marketing world, but it's just such a great example. Domino's Pizza was struggling, a small pizza shop. They switched over to their offer, delivered in 30 minutes, guaranteed, or it's free. They switched over to that offer, and now the rest is history. They become Domino's Pizza, right? From one single offer. So when you make your offer, try to make an offer that is really attractive, really irresistible, because the truth of the matter is, unless you sell one and done services, which you may, right? Most businesses, there's some type of repeat opportunity, whether it's every quarter, whether it's every year, whether it's, bi-weekly, whether it's every month. Different businesses have different sales, repeat sales cycles. But whatever your business is, you need to make that offer easy because you want to look at the long term, the lifetime value of your customer. So sometimes you'll give up more on the front end to be able to have the more success with the clients on the back end. So make it a no-brainer offer, make it easy for people to say yes. This is just a reiteration of the sales process. So the bad sales process: ask the prospect before to buy whether you know they're qualified or not. Random process and random questions each and every time, so there's no system in place. And then spend more time talking about the company than talking about the prospect's wants, needs, and desires. And if you do that, you're probably not going to have a lot of sales converted. A good sales process is simple. It qualifies the prospects before asking them to buy or making an offer. It follows the same general process every single time, and it gets the prospects to buy for their reasons, not the company's reasons. Imagine a future where your business thrives with consistent flow of high quality leads, allowing you to live the life you've always wanted and to have the lack of stress of always wondering where your next customer is going to come from. Have the confidence. Say goodbye to those big impersonal ad agencies that are misleading you, telling you to do a million different things that are never going to work, taking your money and running. All of that stuff is garbage. There are people out there that do that. You can say goodbye to all of it, because I can tell you this system that we just talked about is tested across 40 different industries. We're not experimenting with your money, so we're not going out and saying, oh, we'll do all this stuff for free, just pay us, XYZ. This is proven, right? We're not using your money to learn, right? This is stuff that we've been doing for ourselves. We've been doing for clients for over a decade now. We're self-taught. We started in the personal training business and learned how to do this for our own business. And so because of that, we take the same approach as a business owner does when we look at how advertising works and the impact of it on the business. And so we'll create a tailored strategy for you to help you get success. Now, if you're looking for some help and you're serious about growing your business, this is basically a recap of what we'll do for you. So number one, we'll create your lead generation funnel and on all of your messaging, help you with your offer. We'll implement your follow-up system with automated text messages, automated emails. We'll give you sales script, follow-up text message script, everything that you need to convert those leads. We'll put all the technology together to speak to each other, so that way each time that a lead comes in, you're getting notified, your team's getting notified, that lead is getting contacted, everything that needs to happen to put the stack the odds in your favor is happening. We'll run and manage all of your paid ads across all of the relevant social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, TikTok, the ones that we think are relevant to your business. We'll set up notifications to your team, and we'll do weekly reports. We'll also do monthly video reports, and we do all of that. We're not $10,000 a month. We're not $5,000 a month. We do it for $750 per month with a $750 setup fee for the first month. The reason why we do this is really simple. Number one, we have a passion for helping small business owners because we know we can. We're really good at it. We found our niche. We know who we can help. We know who we can't help. We know who we can serve. And because of that, if this whole system is attractive to you, that's because you're our ideal client. You're someone that we can actually help. If you get to this point and you say, oh, this isn't for me, then probably not a good idea to work with us, because you're not a good fit for us. We're not a good fit for you, and that's okay. Not everything is for everybody, right? So a couple things, if you're interested in this, we do have other plans available that don't include all of the different platforms and all that good stuff. We can work with you on down payments. We can work with you on monthly payments. But if you want the help, if you want to work with us, then book the appointment. Like I said, we will only offer you our services if we think we can get the result. So you can't just sign up for our services. You do have to book a call. You do have to talk to me. It will be me that you speak with, and we'll decide together if it's a good fit. But if you're interested, then what you'll want to do is book a call, and we'll look at your offer, we'll look at your profits, your numbers, and we'll look at your assets, and we'll determine whether advertising makes sense for your business or not. And so a couple things that I want to be clear to mention is that there are people that are ideal for this. So if you don't currently have a business or something to sell, probably not a good idea to book a call. We don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste our time. If you don't have a budget, if you're not willing to invest at least $1,000 into advertising, it's going to be hard to even get you the results. So I would say don't book a call in that situation. And then lastly, if you're in a desperate, dire need situation and you're looking for, the magic bullet that's going to, take you out of the hole, that's not what this is either. This can do that, but that's not what we're not going to be dishonest and tell you that this is a magic bullet that's just going to, 10x your business in one day. That's just not the case. That's just not the reality. So this is a system that we know we can implement and help you to grow. But if you're in that situation, probably not the right people for you. But if you do own a business, you're looking to grow, you want to invest and build your brand, get more sales, get more deals, get more revenue coming in on a consistent basis, and you want a strategy for attracting leads and converting those leads into sales, then absolutely book a call with us. And so I'll finish up by saying this. If you are looking for some help and you want to grow your business, then what you want to do is click the button down below. It's going to pop up a calendar. On that calendar, go ahead and select a time that works for you. Once you book that time, you're going to get a confirmation email. You're going to get a confirmation text message 10 minutes before, and then I'll call you on the call. I'll kind of recap who we are so you remember. I'll ask you about 7 to 10 questions about your business. These are key questions that'll help me understand whether or not we're a good fit, if I think we can really help you out, and then we'll just talk about what it takes to go ahead and sign up. So with all that being said, we appreciate you watching and really hope that you have the most success possible for your business, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.